This is a 1-minute introduction to Worsbrough Watermill and County Park, a short film exploring the flour-producing watermill. The film itself is 2.5 minutes long. Worsbrough Mill is a handsome 17th century grey stone building with additions made in the 19th century. It features a steeply pitched slate roof and its windows divided by white painted frames into a grid of tiny panes. It stands in a cobbled courtyard. Its main door is painted a duck-egg blue-grey and has a cast metal sign for the traditional Corn Millers Guild, featuring a millstone and sheaves of wheat. At the rear, a picturesque stream overhung with trees powers the water wheel. The film is introduced by the miller, Simon Dodd. He is a middle-aged white man with a round face and salt and pepper hair. He wears a thick purple hooded fleece and blue-grey canvas trousers. He addresses us from within the mill's main room, its huge iron cogs and gears visible behind him. An aerial shot pans over the roof of Worsborough's working mill, set amidst green fields. We cross the courtyard toward the grey stone building. The miller emerges, carrying a sack of flour.
I'm Simon Dodd. I work as a miller for Barnsley Metropolitan Borough Council. Worsbrough Mill is a working mill. We class ourselves as a traditional water mill producing stone ground organic flour. This particular site has been here, we reckon, since 1625. Worsbrough Mill is a water mill, so it means that the mill stones are powered by water. The water for our mill comes down a little stream into a mill pond, and then we open a gate and let as much water as we need in to power the stones.
Within the mill, great cogs begin to turn, faster and faster, turning the millstone below.
So when grain arrives at Worsbrough, it's brought into the mill yard. We carry it in by hand, and then we use a water-powered sack hoist to take it from the bottom of the mill up to the top of the mill.
A young woman uses a rope pulley to raise a sack of grain up through a trapdoor overhead to the top floor of the mill.
From there, into the eye of the stones, the middle of the stones. From there it is milled by the stones from the inside to the outside, where it falls off the edge and is swept round via a paddle down a hole in the floor.
Grain pours through a hopper onto the grinding stones.
The flour comes down a chute to the bottom of the mill in the bagging floor, and we collect it there in sacks and take it off either to be processed for white flour or to be bagged up for sale in smaller bags.
Simon carries the sack of new ground flour up the steps.
We care passionately about the flour we produce. I love the sensory nature of making flour. It's about touch, it's about sound, it's about the sense of smell, it's about listening to the mill, listening to the noise it makes. You get used to the noises that your own mill makes. Milling is an important skill, historically. We should be celebrating our ancient crafts. It's been what has kept people with food at times of hardship. If the mill is open and it's operational, please come in and have a look around. We're more than happy to talk to you about Worsbrough, the mill, and what we do here.
Over a fine haze of tumbling flour, logos Worsbrough Mill, Working Mill and Country Park, Barnsley Museums and Heritage Trust, Barnsley Metropolitan Borough Council. Audio description by Jane Ensel for VocalEyes.